started feeling fear, but you also started finding your hopelessness, and hopelessness, hope. Okay, less.
I don't know the word. Maybe you don't have to repeat what you played before, because you said already. You could just, like you did with the other pieces, the next piece is about...
The next piece is Transformation of Pachelbel's Canon, composed by Nanae Mimura. Now you started feeling the hope, even you started feeling the fear, or you started scared of something, always there is some hope. And then there are a lot of people they want to protect you, and then they want you to become happy. That is what you now realize.
Okay, this will play automatic, right? This is, you can do it. The talk, I think hope is good, but your program is about poem of color, eh? So there's a new color, basically, a new color.
Yes.
And the new color is, the piece before, to repeat, was a relationship, first with mother and then with father, which is hierarchy, like the king, and
Right.
For you it's the father is the king, and you have the elegant dance of avoiding, don't make Papa angry, basically. But now you have hope of something bigger.
Too big,
Something bigger, maybe nature, or one of your Shinto gods, or I don't know, maybe you admire some. So it's not about. If you talk about hope, then don't talk about fear, because it's confusing. If you say the next piece is about a human relation to his personal God or nature, that's enough. And then the music speaks already about, okay, this is about the beauty of the world, the nature, maybe the belief in a God that is good. You don't have to avoid, like with the Courante, you want to run away from Papa because he's sometimes angry. Or, no, this is not good, this is good. But the Pachelbel's Canon is not about good or bad, it's about... It's life, there is life, yeah. And maybe some people say it's God, and you say maybe... I don't know, what did you do at home?
At home? Cooking?
No, I mean, when you were a little girl, did Papa and Mama tell you something about some religion or something?
Oh no, actually not. So I don't believe any.
And what do they in the country? What do they believe?
Buddhism, Jodo Shinshu, or Jodo Shu, or Shinshu.
Yeah. Is that also a belief?
Me?
No, Buddhism?
Buddhism, yes.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, my family has a Jodo Shinshu, but we just use that traditional religion. So for funeral or for graves, and then so we don't really do some event. Yeah. But I could say, for me, maybe nature is something like really grow me up because I was from very countryside, so many animals, and then
And you play in a temple, right?
yeah, I know.
So maybe you don't have to personalize. You can just say it's everybody's relation with, and then call the temple. What temple? Is it Shinto temple or
浄土真宗、浄土宗、浄土、
Jodo?
真宗。
Shinshu?
Yes.
Shinsu?
So they believe that if you are gonna go to the heaven,
Yeah.
the English way, if you think about everybody, if you don't think about only yourself,
Yeah.
if
Okay.
you start,
Yeah. So
everybody's
that's
happy.
what this piece is about.
Right.
Everything. So the whole planet, or the whole universe. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Maybe at different places in the world they call it different things, and you call it nature, but something bigger. So let's do once more the ending of the previous piece.
Even you feel alone, even you feel alone, and then you started having the space with the other people or the other society. But let's say if you start, everybody start feeling, everybody start hoping the people's happiness, and then if we start caring about the people, they started caring about us too. So then we can start having very happy society, and then we all can start having very beautiful life.
Great. It's really different from before.
Yeah.
Because now you talked about the beauty and you play so beautiful.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I was like, what's about Peter just told me, and I was like, no, Peter, what's a beauty, and then
Yeah. So hopeful and beautiful.
Yeah.
That's maybe the words that will help you.
I mean, you recorded for me.
Very good.
And
Okay.
pause.
And?
Pause. I'm gonna take a break.
Oh, now's a break?
Yeah, after this break, I'm gonna go pee and then come back.
Oh, yes, now.
Oh, no,
Oh,
in the concert.
Okay.
So maybe
So now we
we are happy.
that's a good moment to stop here.
I think so.
Yeah. So end of the piece? And then what will you say?
I don't think I want to say.
But then they will clap.
I hope they clap.
Oh, you hope they clap.
I
Okay.
hope they clap. And then, it's really up to audience what they can start.
Okay, maybe it's good at the end of you
Hi.
put the sticks down.
Sticks down. Da da da.
Down. And then they will start to clap. And then what will you do? Yeah. Maybe a little longer. Only once and a little longer. Because if you bow too quickly, then you have to do it again.
Right. Okay.
A little longer. Think of the Pachelbel's canon.
Right.
And watch your socks.
Cute.
Yeah. And then you just go. Because they have the program, right? So you can go.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, then you come back
Hi.
after the break. And you will speak first, right?
I was thinking I'm gonna just play, but now I should speak. I think.
What? You can always speak. You can also. I have another suggestion, but now, let's practice now that you say something because it helps you to concentrate on the style of music. You notice how much it changes, no? Okay, we're exactly halfway.
I'm hoping clapping.
Yeah, they will clap. Yeah, not too long this time.
Okay.
So it's actually more, you make a very short one, and then maybe you can do this. Not too much, yeah.
But it is.
You don't come with the mallets, right?
Oh.
The mallets are on or
Right.
are
Here.
somewhere, yeah.
Right here.
Yeah.
I guess I can.
You come, and you a short bow, thank you, welcome, and then make some sign of, okay.
Okay. So from the second half of my recital, I want to start with the variation of Porgy and Bess, which is originally composed by George Gershwin, but one of the most famous marimbist, Eric Samuel, arranged this piece to marimba solo. As you might know, the Porgy and Bess is an American opera which was composed by George Gershwin when 2 years before he died. And this story is about the place where there is a small city and all over African American people live, and then this city was very poor, but they were trying to find their fun life or their happy life, like how they started bringing marimba to the US. And so this piece is about the two people and the other people from the same society. And then obviously the two of main guys' name is Porgy and Bess. They both had very tough lives, but they started falling in love with, and they are trying to have a very good life and a good relationship, but always there is some accident or incidental which makes them to become unhappy. And this is a story about love, and this is a story about new life which Bess will have and Porgy will have.
Can you make it more like a roll? I hear a little bit, and I would like to hear maybe a little faster tempo, but more intimate, more feeling. It's a little bit like I hear the grain of the music instead of like the sea, more fluid. Everything loose, eh? Everything loose. Yeah. So sentimental. Sometimes you do this like motorbike. Yeah, you're like you have like a scooter sometimes.
Right.
That feeling. Wait, let's imagine the Mississippi. You know this place where they have their love story.
Yes, yeah.
And it's at the Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the sea, but it's the Mississippi, and the river is just always same.
More.
There is no highway and no motors. Mississippi, and all slaves and all working, and they're working in the land, but actually they are in love, but they have to work. And the river knows everything but keeps flowing. Great. Okay, that will be good. When you listen back, you can hear the difference. If you imagine the river and some wind, then you see sometimes these little waves on the water, no?
Right.
That's what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I feel it's a little bit too much wind. I want less wind.
Yes.
Maybe later in the piece there can be some.
Right. Yeah.
So it's they are not together, but there's the longing.
Mm-hmm.
The longing of the love story, of the wanting, but it's like eternal. It's not, we're going to dance tonight, and we're enthusiastic, and this. So much more sentimental and intimate.
I see. Yes.
Okay, the ending?
The next piece I would like to play is Saraband from Cello Suite Number 2. This piece is very slow movement in the entire suite, and now you start feeling. After you started feeling how big nature is and how big the world is, you realize how small you are. But that's why how small you are. But that's why is very beautiful because you could make the big society or even small society. Even you are small, but there are a lot of people. So that's how you make nice life, and then you start appreciating how people make you warm.
That's great. You don't have to change anything. What you said was also wonderful. Maybe this is the only moment where you can refer to the previous piece, because the love story ends not so happy.
Yeah.
I think.
Yes.
So in this piece, loneliness is important word.
Okay.
It's on the tape, so you will.
Okay.
You will find
Loneliness.
it. Loneliness.
Right.
But it's good to have the loneliness in the big warm world. It feels very warm, and so it's exactly right. Only you didn't say the word.
Okay. Loneliness. So you realize, you know what the loneliness is. That's why you could feel warm, right? Yeah.
No, yeah. You feel lonely because you lost your romantic love.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the big warm world and all the people.
Right.
And nature and whatever, family and everything, it gives you still, you realize, okay, I'm not alone. End of this, and then, so end of the saraband, and then you speak about breathing.
Okay.
In the sea. But maybe first about breathing. So end of the saraband, you can already insert breathing.
breathe, the air comes to your body and the air goes from your body. Life is like breathing because you are born and then you are going to have very emotional life, happiness and sadness and then maybe loneliness. But whatever you have the life that is going to be finished, it's going to be done. Now imagine the ocean, the wave and sea and wind, always it comes toward you, but always it go away from you. The life is like the ocean. I need music.
Great. The ending? You want to watch the ending?
No. I forgot what's the minuet. Now,
So now comes the minuet.
yes. Now comes the minuet.
Or no, yes, the minuet.
Mirror. Right. No. Here is later. Observe previous moment.
This is song, the seashore,
Yes.
and then minuet, 1 and 2, right?
Right. So it's now we know the life goes and then comes and then goes back.
Yeah.
And the minuet is about.
So everything comes and goes. Bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you for coming.
Everything comes and goes. But the minuet is kind of like a memory, like a photograph of happy moments or.
And it's perfect because the lyrics of this Hamabe no Uta is about the
Okay.
seeing your. Then Radolfo sentence. After you see the big ocean, which you even can't know how far it goes, you start remembering about your past memory and very precious memory. You started observing your history and how you grew up.
So it's a like a photographic memory of happy times in the past. Maybe child happiness, or playing outside in the grass, or eating sweets, or love relations, or happiness with the parents. So everything is sweet. Also elegant,
Right.
but not elegant in the sense that we had before of avoidance or hidden anger or hidden. There is nothing hidden. It's just like a photograph of a happy memory.
Right. I don't know, but this piece is too sad. I couldn't bring this.
The sadness is because it's past,
Ah.
not because it is unhappy.
Oh, so you passed the sad memory. That's why you are happy now.
Yeah, you're happy about the memory, but you're also sad because the memory is, yeah, it's gone. Like the sea waves, the sea is gone, and that moment that it's gone, you can remember it.
Right.
But you're a little bit, but it will go, life will bring back new waves. But it's the photograph of, yeah, that was beautiful. And you think of this. And we'll wake up later at the folk song of, more self-talk. But here there's no self-talk. It's only like a dream of, it was so wonderful. My husband, now he died.
I see. When you are looking at oceans and waves comes to you and go away from you, you started remembering your memory, which was very precious and very important for you. It is mostly about happiness, but there was of course sadness, and you got hurted by this memory, but including everything, that was very, very precious, and it makes a core for your life.
That's good. Now it feels good.
I felt good.
Yeah, I also. I feel that you feel good. The ending?
Let's see.
Okay, freeze. Now I felt you were a little bit impatient. So keep this. You're happy in the dream. Don't start to worry that it has to end, or keep in the dream really until the end, and then stop in the dream. Don't be so. Avoid impatience or think of the next piece, or really be in the dream. Okay, then talk. Now you talk about the folk song, the island, and you sing for yourself. So you lost Porgy. You learned the love of the whole world and your childhood memories, and now you have to sing for yourself. So you make yourself happy with the sadness of the lost memories that you had just before.
Yes.
So now it's folk song from my little island. So in other words, your own folk song that you sing to make you happy.
You see, so. After you experienced a lot of memories, now you can see yourself from other side, because you already know a lot of people and a lot of natures and a lot of the situation, environment. Now you find your own personality and your own identity, and it makes you happy, because even whatever happened to you very sad, or even you got scared, or you had a bad experience, still there you have to realize there are a lot of people who want to support you, help you, and protect you.
Okay. The whole piece is like this, eh? Yeah. It's a bit like a little wind and a little
Right.
little paradise.
Paradise, yes.
Could you remember that this song, folk song, is sung for yourself? You sing for yourself. I would say to soothe yourself. You know what soothe is?
Sorry.
If you hold a baby and you go, oh, it's okay. So you hold yourself and okay, it's okay. Come on, it's okay. To keep the balance. Because if you say those words, so not about happiness, because it's not a happy song, it's just a folk song.
Right.
And it's always this cradle feeling, cradle yourself.
Another way I could say, you always have kind of home, or
In yourself.
yeah, in yourself, like you have the memory which you are soothed.
Yeah, that's a nice movement
Yeah, that's
if you can do that.
You're soothed by mom. So wherever you go, you grow up, you have a home, which.
But the folk song was really an activity. It's not a feeling. It's walking and moving.
Right.
So express that you're soothing yourself like a cradle, like in a cradle. The movement is soothing. You go, can you do that again? Yeah, then, yeah. Okay, a cradle song. But then for yourself. So how would you say that? Let's do once more the end of the previous. The end of the minuet.
Even you know that there are a lot of scary things, or you might have to deal sadness or loneliness. Now you should realize there are a lot of people who want to protect you and who want to support you. And remember that when you were born, you are soothed by, you are protected by your mom, and then like she was always taking care of you, and then of course you are in your home, but you must have felt that the like warmness and then like people's love, and you should, whatever it happens to you, you should be happy because there is a home that you can
Okay.
come back.
No, it's the language. The language is the problem. Let's say to the audience that you've grown up and you have many experiences, and that it's possible to sing a cradle song for yourself, and you make this movement. You say the next piece is a folk song. That, and then you make this movement that I sing for myself. And then in Japanese, of course. There's a few words in English that I would like to forbid to use. That's even though, because every time you say, even though the world is evil and I feel scared, I must, and must is also not a good word. I don't know in Japanese how that is. Just say what the piece means for you. For me, this piece, the coming piece, is a folk song that I can sing to myself like a cradle song. Actually, that is enough for the imagination of the people.
What's a cradle song?
It's a song that if you have a baby and you they go to sleep and you go.
Lullaby.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
And the baby is in this thing and you go up and down with the cradle.
Ah, okay, got it. That one.
Yeah. So that's why this movement is so good, because all the people will realize, oh yeah, they will go inside themselves and think, oh yeah, I can remember this is good feeling. We do also with dance partners, we go shuffle dance with your loved one. But now maybe you have to do it with yourself.
So not even though and the master, ne? Not even though, not master. Wait, so
That's also terrible of me, because I'm also saying you must not use.
yeah, I can.
So, but I think it's the quickest way. There are some ways to say, to help to do something, but sometimes also it helps not allowed to do something.
So this is the main. Can I say the personality or identity or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's for everybody. Eh? Everybody can sing a cradle song for himself. It has nothing to do with personality. It has to do with being human.
Now you can feel the love and then the warmness which you got from a lot of people, and then your parents, your family, and then now you can sing the lullaby. You can sing the lullaby which reminds you your home.
No, sorry. It's very important that you say that you sing it for yourself.
You can.
You learned not to rely on other people, on the parents. That's a memory that was already before in the minuet.
Right.
Now you know you have to sing the cradle song for yourself.
I should say to you. I should say you, right?
So in short, the next piece, I sing for myself. To soothe myself.
Next piece, I'm gonna sing lullaby for myself because I want to feel that lot of people's love. Okay, I want to feel the lot of people's love.
Mm-mm. You give yourself love.
You are
Forget
good.
about other people.
I give myself. Next piece, I want to sing lullaby for myself. I want to give love to myself.
Okay, good. Very good. The atmosphere is really good. Yeah.
Yes.
You breathe a little bit strong.
Yeah.
As if you have.
Right.
For me, self-love is not so
Yeah.
like a tiger inside somehow. So maybe think what you want to remind again the beginning, the cherry blossoms and the tree that makes the flowers for himself. For, of course, for the bees and the flies and whatever, but basically, shine. Make yourself a princess that is dancing with bare foot in the grass, alone.
Okay.
The end?